Right, I do need to start this stream by checking my microphone because I'm speaking through a headset that I can't hear through, um, which is the worst bit. I can load up the stream quickly to get things started and just take a listen. Okay, it sounds perfectly normal, but the problem is, if I turn my volume up, it sounds like I'm underwater, and to be honest, I can't hear much whatsoever. I've just got an ad on my own stream. Thank you so much. What is it? Let's have a look at the ad. It's a Prime Video ad. We'll click off because, yeah, I'm not giving myself revenue for that. It doesn't matter. I've put the thing on, of course. Welcome to Hungary, then. Welcome to the Hungaroring. Let's get things started here. Another week, another race. We're still going strong despite the negative narrative 24/7. But, you know, haters gonna hate, I guess. Welcome back to LDRL. This is round 9 of Season 3 at the Hungaroring. I swear I did that last season as well. But yeah, Sam Cole returns to this one. His teammate Echo's fatality on holiday, so I hope he's having a fantastic time in Spain, where he's been asked to bomb the circuit to Barcelona, Catalunya, where we race for pre-season, of course. We'll have a quick look at the standings. I guess that makes sense. It is Sam Cole still in the lead of the championship. He's on 137 points. Echo's Fatality and Big Chungus both share 85 points. And because Big Chungus hasn't got a win, Echo's Fatality actually has that position. GSR Asian not here today. He's on 69. He has been now for... This is the second race. I even put nice on the standings for when he reached that historic milestone. What else we got going on down below? Utah Elephant backed himself a podium last time out. He's easing back into things with his arm, wrist, kind of in between thing. Interrupted. But yeah, we got Big Chungus here. We're on board with the Renault driver as he heads down towards turn 1, braking nice and late at the 50-meter board. That inside curb can spin you around, but he hasn't on this occasion. A lot of curb on the right-hand side, down to second gear for short shifting and planting power through turn 3, now turn 4, using all of the track. The chicane at turns 6 and 7, very easy to invalidate on the inside, much stricter than last year, of course. Very downforce dependent section of the track as he throws the car through. Sorry, my speech again is dreadful. Into the right-hander, where Kimi Raikkonen did that drift overtake on Felipe Nasr in 2016. It's always a video that comes out every year for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Around the final corner, up through the gears and across the line now. He hasn't beaten such J's 1 minute 13.5. He's one and a bit seconds slower as Davis puts his Williams into third. We have Fire King coming around the final corner in his first race for Renault. It's a 1 minute 16.1. Sam Cole on a lap, the championship leader. And a solid race at the weekend over in ARL on Sunday, but there's a bit of oversteer off the penultimate corner. Charles Leclerc did that off the final corner in 2016, and it's only good enough for a 1 minute 16.6. GSR Thrasher is on a lap. Of course, Moore Island making a return after a slightly unorthodox absence for him last week. Hope all is well. I said this last week as well, but it's important to keep looking out for each other. Oh, Fire King has retired, and that is just in front of the McLaren of GSR Thrasher. Is Big Chungus on the right-hand side as well, making way. The flying McLaren here. slow Williams of Davis going into the pit lane there. Not sure what's going on with him. Oh, disqualified for blocking the pit lane, and he'll drop right to the back as GSR Thrasher beats Sam Cole there. Everyone promoted a position that's started the lap. Yeah, the Renault's actually coming together there in the middle sector. Neither on flying laps, which is even more bizarre. This is Moore Island, who has invalidated. Says he's got 100% ERS, but there we go. Surprised he'd harvested that much throughout the lap when... into turn 1 for his second crack in his AlphaTauri. Of course, AlphaTauri in real life making a pretty big announcement yesterday that Helmut Marko suggested was coming a few days ago. A bit of lag there. Couldn't really tell what his exact line was, but into the chicane, wide on the first apex. In all fairness, those tyres have done a lap. He aborted quite late on in that one, keeping it within the white lines. Noticing Big Chungus already opening a ticket for that Renault incident, so the teammate saga continues, I guess, for the poor guy who I think has 3 or 4 second places this season. I will check that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 second places this season. 2 opportunities where he could have snatched the win. Baku and just last week in Canada. Wow, sadly blew both of them. We're on board with Such J25 for his second flying lap in the Williams as he looks to take his second win of the season in as many races as he's completed in. We've got 2 cars coming into the pit lane. That's Moore Island and Riskiest Rob in and out of the session in the pit lane. Oh, and that's a spin for Such J25. He finds himself facing the wrong way. He was 9/10 down on his lap, but that delta, comes as, yeah, literally, this is the line. It still says 9/10 down. I think it's confusing himself because he has to back up, take a 3, 5, whatever point turn there. Sam Steed back in action around the final corner. He improves on his time up to the front row for the time being. No points for him this season. Sam Cole 3 seconds up, but it's an invalidation. Nobody else then on a flying lap. But we switched to GSR Thrasher. There's a yellow flag just as the Mercedes of Sam Steed drives past. Proceeds to cut the chicane. on board then with GSR Thrasher, who got 12 points from the previous race in Hungary. For fuck's sake. I only wish people could just be quiet for 2 minutes. That includes my dog, you know, people, makes sense. Such J for his third crack at a lap. And it's another spin. Round he goes at turn 1. This 1 minute 13.5 that was his first lap set is becoming increasingly difficult to beat for himself. We have Sam Steed on an out lap. Moore Island has just gone up to 5th with a 1 minute 16.345. Sam Cole out again, as is GSR Thrasher. That curve taking wide there, almost into the sausage curb, which can obviously take you off and into the wall. And speaking of off into the wall, Sam Cole, the championship leader, has crashed on the exit of turn 3, and that does look strange. Let's see what's happened behind Moore Island. He's facing backwards there, so yeah, absolutely, very, very bizarre one. Oh, and it's another spin for such J25. This lap had already gone down the bin down the drain, in the bin. Mix of two phrases there. But yeah, that doesn't help at all. Sam Steed has started another lap, and he finds himself provisionally on the front row. Big Chungus with a 5-place grid penalty for the quote-unquote contact with Fire King, his own teammate. Yeah, very harsh from the game, but he just needs to try and qualify to the best of his ability now. And prepare a decent strategy that he can work his way through the field. Sam Steed into the left, now the right. A lot of inside curb there, straightens up the car, flat out left. How committed? Oh, he's already invalidated, so he is up on his time in all fairness, but almost a spin. Such is spinning more than Vettel, says Aaron Ocon. Yeah, that comes from Aaron Ocon, who basically did a Joe or something, to put it in simple words. Broken arm, broken wrist. I don't know what exactly you've done, Aaron, but get well soon, and a very good asset to the league. Hope we can have you back when you're ready. But this is GSR Thrasher on another outlap. I did change a few of the camera settings. I tried to go more realistic, but to be honest, I don't really like them. I thought I'd test it on a few cars, but yeah, that's probably why you can notice a bit of a difference. I thought I'd change it up. I don't know, it just feels, FOV feels a bit tight. Can't see much of what's going on, but I just thought I'd test it, see if it would look good. I weren't commentating, and thought this was a good time to do it. I don't mind it. Some cars look better than others. Let's watch GSR Thrasher then. We enter the last 2.5 minutes of qualifying at the Hungaroring. Instant invalidation there. Nearly, well, I say instant. Turn 3, turn 4, such a tricky part of the circuit to get right. Alright, and plummets down the hill into turn 2 before opening up the steering. Big Chunk is out of the session, and that is a manual retirement up at turn 5. Moore Island matching his first sector. Pulled off to the right hand side there. Laggy. Read the chicane. Very hard to analyse the lap with some of the juttery movements, but lap is clean. He's valid. He's got one more corner to negotiate. Takes a wider line up onto the curb and crosses the line into the 15s, 15.989. Sam Steed starts a lap as he looks to try and close that second deficit to Such J, who is improving by about a tenth as we speak from the middle sector. Grass as he turns into the final corner, much tighter line, gaining more time on the exit and crosses the line, improves by about half a tenth. And now it is 0.999 seconds that Sam Steed has got to find here for a shot at pole position, but it's already invalidated, and a nice big crash to go along with it. Looks like qualifying is done with Thrasher in none, ERS, and the same with Moore Island. So this is the order then: Such J, Sam Steed, Big Chungus, who will drop down to 8th, ahead of Moore Island, who will be promoted to 3rd, of course. Thrasher, Fire King, Sam Cole, Riskiest Robin, and Davis, who was disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Welcome to the Hungaroring then for race time. Weather conditions look very, very similar to those that we had in qualifying, so it will be short. It shouldn't be too hard to get into the rhythm in the early laps, which is very important. Very important, of course, to keep the tyres in a good temperature window with the fast and technical sections of the track. They can really, really go through the roof with temperature. We're about to start the formation lap. Green light then for the formation lap as... Oh, and Such J is already spun on the formation lap. That is his, I think, fourth spin that we've seen. Combined with qualifying and the race. I don't know if you count this as the race, considering it's the formation lap. Yeah, look at that. Big Chungus has to have another fight back. He's had it a couple of times this season. Oh, there's more. Oh, Riskiest Robin taking out someone else again. I'm pretty sure this happened last week, so I'll leave that for a post-race investigation. Because we clearly need some tutoring, don't we? Yeah, Such J towards the back now on the formation lap ahead of teammate Davis. He will go past Big Chungus. Just to recap last season, 25% race, of course, in Tier 1, and wow. Rain on the final lap meant LSJ Rundle hit for Inters and climbed back to third and was just a corner away from taking the VIT win. He had a penalty in the end. More islands gone. He's dipped already, which is not what you want to see. We're about to start the Hungarian Grand Prix then, here in Season 3 of LDRL. As the 5 red lights come on now. It's lights out and away we go. It's a good start from Such J25. Good traction off the line. He's left Sam Steed in a cloud of dust as Thrasher into third, Viking in fourth, side by side. Thrasher down the inside. There was contact there with Sam Steed. Rumours left on the inside. And in the background, Davis up to fifth already. Sam Cole, then Big Chungus. As the current top 7 all on softs as Moran's been disqualified from the race, which is bizarre. He didn't even take part. As there is Sam Cole. He did that in qualifying and loses the position to Big Chungus, who is actually looking to chase him down in the championship. So, yeah, very important start to the race that for Big Chungus, as Davis now looking for an opportunity to overtake Fire King into the chicane as he gets loose through the second part. Strategy coming up there in the bottom. Soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, hard. I don't know why it's suggesting soft, medium, hard on the pretty much the exact same laps. But there you go, AWS for you. Still no way through. Davis on Fire King. Very tricky to overtake around the famous Hungaroring. And there we go, on the main straight. He's completed the move. Such J checked out by about 2 seconds. But Fire King will look to fight back into turn 1 as he dives to the outside on the Williams. Again, a little loose on the exit, but side by side in the background, Sam Cole has actually got back through on Big Chungus. Didn't quite see how that move paid out, but Fire King goes wide, invites Sam Cole, a Big Chungus through, and loses 2 additional positions. Next up for Davis is GSR Thrasher, and he goes to the inside here. As GSR Thrasher stays to the outside, but will still hold it side by side here on the exit as he deploys some ERS. And now, oh, Sam Cole up the inside. I didn't think it would be that soon, but it is very well executed. And up to 4th place. Big Chungus now looking to make the most of this situation. Up in front of him, he gets a nice run through there, but a first time penalty for Sam Cole, and it comes on lap 3. Pretty uncharacteristic for the Brit, the other Sam Steed. As there's contact between Big Chungus and GSR Thrasher on the apex. He's getting desperate now, as drivers often do at Hungary. There was a collision in Tier 2 down at Turn 2. Can't remember who it was, Ed Galbinski, when he was in the league. Down there as well, yeah. Big Chungus now has DRS to play with on the exit, but Sam Cole going down the inside as well. 2 moves in one there. Both attacking drivers have made their moves. Sam Cole up to 3rd, chasing down Sam Steed now on such J25. Big Chungus up to 5th. Davis in between them. GSR Thrasher actually is the first driver here on the softs to make a pit stop. It comes very early, just after 4 laps on those tyres. And of course qualifying. It will be for a set of medium tyres, fresh set of course. And away he goes. You can see the shine on them, brand new. And will rejoin in 8th place. Big Chungus now has a time penalty as he chases down Davis. He is getting closer. Ooh, goes in a bit hot into the chicane. Nice engine glitch. Yeah, that's exactly what I want when I go on board with a driver. Fire King now with a time penalty as well. Seeing Sam Cole get close to Sam Steed, 1.3 seconds. Such J checking out ahead of everyone, 5.1 seconds. Another engine glitch. Oh, it does get stupid, doesn't it? It really does, but Fire King now in the Renault. Coming into the pit lane, I assume, for a set of mediums. It's for a set of mediums, matching the Renault car. Didn't even realise what Renault had there on their Halo. I didn't realise that got added into the game. Of course, thank you NHS. Second time penalty for Sam Cole. Not ideal by any means. As he chases his first championship, of course. There's a yellow flag in the middle sector. Oh, Riskiest Robin is around at turn 5. And it is green flags already as down the inside his teammate comes. There was no way through as he was sat there on the apex. Still no way through. He got the better exit. Will he go around the outside? Will he go to the inside? Still no way through. And around the outside. Say, very nice move. Squeezes his teammate onto the inside curb. But we have pit stops. Such J in for hards. Sam Steed in for hards. Davis will follow suit with hards as he double stacks. Of course, that slows him down. And has a slower pit stop. But it shouldn't cost him any positions at this stage in the race. And a switch back for Davis there as he gets past Riskiest Robin, who backs out on the inside of the following corner. Sam Cole into the pits. Big Chungus stays out for another one. So he looks for some track position now to utilise some of that pace. It's front wing damage on that Ferrari. So I think that came at the start, or maybe fairly recently. Didn't really pick up on that because it wasn't that major. And he didn't look to be struggling. Maybe that's where he accumulated the warnings from. Just running wide with the damage. Does often happen with league racers. And there you go. He has rejoined. What? Oh, okay. Sorry. I was looking at Sam Steed and got confused. That is not... No. Stop it. Yeah, he rejoins about 8 seconds behind Sam Steed. He was about 1 second before Sam came into the pits. Oh, and a slide and onto the sausage cup and around. Doesn't touch the barrier. Oh, there's another spin in the background. It's Riskiest Robin. A 2-in-1 at the same corner. Not often you see that. But Sam Cole drops now to last as, here we go, they're racing inside at each other. We Racers 1 being taken to the next level as Big Chungus now comes into the pit lane, slows it down, and I assume will come onto the hard tyres. It is mediums. Yellow wall. Okay, I saw yellow, but... Okay, but they're white. There are hard tyres going on. Sam Cole picks up his 3rd penalty. And this is, not to be rude, but by far... possibly, definitely, almost definitely, his worst race so far this season. And retires in the pit lane. So, there you go. This is Big Chunks' moment now. The gap coming into this race. Oh, Jesus, how many pings? Okay, well, yeah, okay. Check the driver's standings in the Discord server. Before this race, it was... yeah, 52 points. Just double checked. So yeah, that can close to within 2 races. Oh, that's GSR Thrasher onto the grass. We've seen the McLarens do that a couple of times in the race, and this adds on nicely. We're watching Davis as he looks to make his way past GSR Thrasher. DNF last time out for Davis after a collision on lap 1 with Echo's fatality that was deemed as a racing incident. Everyone was in agreement with that one, so he kept his closest ever win margin. That was fair. Echo's fatality 0.028 seconds, which knocks the previous time off the top of the charts, which was 0.091? 91, something in the 90s. Here we go then, on board with Davis, plenty of ERS to use, but I think he'll make this easy for himself. Deploy some now, goes to the inside, and up to 4th place. They're still wheel to wheel here on the exit as Thrasher sends one back up the inside, has his nose in front. Davis still holding it around the outside, it turns into the inside for turn 3, still wheel to wheel here. Davis has to back out, and a solid battle we're watching here between GSR Thrasher and Davis as he gets a wash of dirty air onto his front wing and eventually has to give up some time. Again, taking the lawnmower option and kicking up a whole load of dirt and gravel and dust and grass and particles of mess. Interesting. But of course, this battle rages on. Davis will have another go here with his excellent ERS saving. My throat went all funny then. Around the final corner then, DRS wide open as they cross the start-finish line to start lap 13 of 35. Down the inside, surely, there we go. Thrasher holds it on the outside. And still, they remain wheel to wheel, but Davis has the DRS from the DRS protection point, and that is now job done. Another fastest lap for such J25. Look at the lead. That's about a second a lap. On average, he's pulled away from Sam Steed. Big Chungus, though, is closing in on slightly fresher tyres. So he's going for his 5th second place finish. 5th. Bonkers. Certainly getting close to the most second places without a win, but you know, it's one in tier 2, so I don't know if you could call that stat real, but you know, times have changed. Stats kind of have to change because it's a league trying to run multiple tiers. And it doesn't work out, excuse me, quite like in real life. For obvious reasons. Big Chungus now 1.8 behind Sam Steed. 1.8, obviously referring to the 18 points he seems to score every race. But he did take 19 on one occasion. Which is when he finished, finished second in... proceeds to look. Oh damn, Azerbaijan. As it went from wet to dry. Sorry, dry to wet in that one. DRS detection point coming up in a corner, and the gap is 1.2 seconds. If you're not aware, he needs to get under that 1 second margin. It is close, it is going to remain over a second here. Let's compare ERS. There you go, but he drives onto the grass here, which would have given Big Chungus an upper hand if his straight line speed today wasn't like that. We'll have to compare it on the next lap. Such J25 picks up his first penalty of the race. I don't think he could care any less, to be honest, with his gap out in front, and that is due to extend because we're about to see a battle between Big Chungus and Sam Steed for second place, and Big Chungus knows this second place very, very well this season. As previously mentioned, going for his fifth. I'm sure he wouldn't mind, because with Sam Cole qualifying and race and completely in the bin, he gains in the championship with a points finish today. There you go, engine glitch. But even with even with DRS not gaining as much as he would have liked. 7 lap old BD hards on Big Chungus compared to 9 lap old hards on Sam Steed. Time penalty for Sam Steed there, you can just see. Trying to push the limits to hold on to what would be his first even points finish of the season. Oh, Sam Steed makes a little bit of a mistake. Big Chungus is going to have to squeeze through on the inside. And they do make contact. Front left tyre touches Sam Steed's rear right. And he's going to have to wait for another day. It begins to cloud over here at Hungaroring. Can never say it. somewhat. Someone were teased in real life quite a lot. Oh no, it's gonna rain, wet race, yeah. But it goes to the water park nearby. We may have a similar scenario, or it may decide to absolutely chuck it down Season 2 style. Towards the end of this race, and we've already had 2 wet endings this season. Baku in Canada, wet start in Austria, the season opener. The race has never remained fully wet this season. Brazil season 1, wow, that was really awesome for a full wet, heavy rain, wet tyre race. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that one. Back in the day, the championship was already wrapped up. Big Chungus again struggling to close in on the Mercedes with overtake and DRS, so clearly using a downforce dependent setup. And as you can see, closes in the braking zones, just looks ever more confident as races progress. Look, it is really getting overcast, and I'm not trying to force a wet-like narrative here. Oh, it's going to rain, but when you see this in the game, you know, it suddenly changes from a light cloud to a really dark, overcast, gloomy feeling. You often see the raindrops start to fall. We're on lap 19 of 35. We're still watching Big Chungus on Sam Steed. We'll switch camera angles here to the rear of Sam Steed's Mercedes. And an engine glitch for good measure, but here is the opportunity Big Chungus wanted as Sam Steed covers the inside. Big Chungus to the outside then of turn 1, brakes later to the outside. Sam Steed giving him the squeeze. And a good exit as well from Sam Steed. The battle continues. Oh, and he goes up the inside. He touches his side pod. Still wheel to wheel through turn 3. Absolutely neck and neck as there's contact, and Sam Steed into the wall and out of the race. His rear right tyre has come off, and that is a safety car deployed here in Hungary. And wow, I wasn't expecting such a battle to end like that. Complete racing incident in my opinion. I don't think anyone was to blame for that, but what a shame. Sam Steed on for points. Potentially podium. Solid gap behind to Davis, even if he was overtaken. No, in a clean manner. But such J25 has sped into the pit lane here as he looks to box for new tyres. And Big Chungus will see this. Safety car. Some penalties for such J. And think, another opportunity to win a race. He's struggling on the pit entrance. It is mediums going on for such J25, but we'll watch the skies closely as the race is kind of extended here with the safety car period. The threat of rain, you know, it continues. Nice pit stop there from the Renault boys on Big Chungus' car. Davis coming in, GSR Thrasher coming in, of course Fire King coming in, and Riskiest Robin already took the decision to box. He's on fresh hards already, and will catch up to the back of the pack sometime soon. This is the order then. It won't be changing. Davis out the pit lane, Fire King completing his stop as the Renault boys take a little bit of time to adjust. Only in the Codemasters F1 games. But we're already behind the safety car. This is the order. we've had some good battles today, and that was the first one that really ended in tears, to be honest. Pretty poor contact model, to be honest. Wouldn't have happened like that in real life, and of course, even the collision with the wall just looked unrealistic, so not a pretty sight in league racing. But we roll on here, lap 22 of 35, still under the safety car, and yeah, both drivers, nice to see, coming to an agreement immediately that it was a good battle, room was left, and it just one of those things. So very nice to see, you know. People say, oh, it's dead, oh my god, it's dead! But you know, there's still a lot of mutual respect for each other. Still remains a community where you're welcomed. Sometimes. But, yeah. We'll find out in just a moment's time if we're coming in at the end of this lap. Riskiest Robin still has 30 seconds to catch here, so I doubt it. No, we are going for one more. Riskiest Robin is now on the back of the pack, so I really don't see why we can't go racing at the end of this lap. We'll have 12 laps to go when we cross the line. Still remains very overcast. Fresh tyres on all rounds. Such J25 in the lead with a 5-second time penalty, as well as 2 additional penalties. That totals 11 in total if he doesn't pit again. Big Chungus only with the 1 penalty, so that isn't 8 seconds he needs to have within the end of the race. It's completely vice versa from last week. It was Echo's fatality that needed the gap to Big Chungus. Big Chungus that needed the gap back to Echo's fatality. And this time it's Such J25 that needs to build 8 seconds. He hasn't got as many laps to do it. And with Big Chungus now, he had pretty decent pace when he cleared some of the traffic. We'll actually have a look at some of his lap times. Personal best of 1 minute 18.6. Personal best 1 minute 18.0. So he's there or thereabouts. We've got the safety car in at the end of this lap. Such J controls the paces. We go racing again. He's warming up his tyres as much as possible. Big Chungus not going for that option. He just wants to see when he bolts and goes with him. He's gone now. No real dramas as we start lap 24. Davis can't close in. And into turn 1 we go. No position changes. Fire King runs in a bit deep and looks to go for a move here on GSR Thrasher. But it can't be completed on this occasion. 6 tenths, 7 tenths, 8 tenths. Now the lead as Such J fired up his tyres nicely and is starting to streak clear once more. I can't lie, you know, guys, I went on at the start about my headset and I could barely hear. The sound has actually sounded better, so I'll run some like YouTube videos when I couldn't really hear people before. Maybe even a party with people. And Big Chungus, second penalty The gap now needs to be 5 seconds. They're level on track limits penalties. It's just Such J's 5 seconds that can give Big Chungus the win here. If he stays within 5 seconds. He gets angry because I've cursed him twice. I don't believe in that. 1 minute 16.6. It's an absolutely rapid first flying lap on those new set of medium tyres. DRS enabled on this lap. Big Chungus was pushing like hell on the last lap to have a, to try and get into that 1 second range, but it's not proving easy. He's used a lot of ERS already, as has Such J, in all fairness. This isn't just one position Such J can lose here. He's still got Davis, who on his day is a very quick driver. Viking 1 second back on GSR Thrasher. Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any imminent moves, but always nice to give a shout out to the guys that, even just turn up and come to race for points, come to race for pride, and all